we have kind of initializer application. We know how to pass the values into the application, how to give responses in HTML and all. And also we understood the status codes that the server will give, right? So now to start, I want to show you one thing. Okay, that is addition to this thing, because it is really necessary to understand that what are the basic functions that we have in order to make the application more efficient, right? So let's start. Okay, so this is my application, this one. Control tilde I'll press for terminal, then I'll do dot space vnv slash script slash activate, right? Acha, okay, dot vnv slash scripts slash activate. Virtual environment is activated. Now I'll say python space app.py. Okay, come on, don't give error please. Okay, so my application is running. Now if I'll go to this port, yeah, and you can see welcome and login, you can see. Okay, so now let's say I want to log in. So I'll log in. I will go tap on this hyperlink. It will go here. Just a second. We need to activate every time we log in. See, virtual environment has your libraries. Okay, so whatever you have installed, the Flask, the Python. Every time you will start your application, you will have to activate the virtual environment. See, virtual environment is not a necessity, okay, but it's for managing your dependencies. So if you will not do the virtual environment part, then what will happen is that virtual environment will not be created. So all the libraries will be installed in your local system. Okay, but now where the libraries are located, we don't know. Okay, it will be stored in the local system, but it's like when the library is needed, there can be some errors that can come, okay, regarding library not found or something, and something is not there. So we will have to make sure of that. Okay, so that's why we are creating virtual environment, that whatever the libraries are required, I will do that. Okay, and virtual environment you will have to activate every time you will run that. Okay, so now let's see. So what am I doing? My by default route is default render landing. What am I doing after that? My landing page here, it is saying that slash login. Okay, so now if I will tap on login, here login, then it will go here. Okay, so there is a function called redirect, okay, in the app. So suppose let's say I have done verifying the user. Okay, so method is post. I've sent the data. I'm done modifying the things. Okay, and I want to do one thing, that I don't want to just render the HTML template. Okay, so suppose let's say I'm logging in. I'm not logging in technically, but yeah. So submit. So here I am dashboard. Okay, so if I will tap back here, then you can see I'm getting login this, and then hello, welcome to the dashboard, Darshan. Okay, so right now I'm rendering it. Okay, but what if I want, so as login has this get and post, right? Login has two things, get method and post method. So suppose I want to make a new route. Just I want to be clear about the things, and I want to make a new route called slash dashboard. Okay, so what is happening right now is slash login route, same route giving me dashboard, right? So this is one extra thing that we can do. It is like I want to go to another route, and then I want to do things. Okay, so I want to do this dashboard part. So I am creating one new route dashboard. Okay, which will have methods is equal to, so remember methods list, I talked about it. By default is get, and if you will not mention explicitly, then it will not take post. Then there is a dashboard function, and then I'm saying that if request dot method is equal to get. Okay, then give me render template dashboard.html dashboard sorry dashboard.html. So I'm saying that I want to do this, but now I'm rendering a template. How can I redirect my application? How can I redirect the user? How can I redirect the user? Okay, how can I redirect the user to this login, from this login to this dashboard? Okay, I want to redirect my user to this login to this dashboard route. Okay, I want to change the route of the user. Okay, so I want to change the route of the user. Then what I will do is I will just type here return redirect. Okay, and then I guess this is function that I will have to import. Yeah, redirect, and then I will say whatever route I want to redirect to, that is dashboard, and I'm done. Okay, so now it will go to this dashboard and it should show this dashboard HTML. Okay, so let's say if this works or not. App is not working. Allow to again run this application. Okay, so I'll just make this a little bigger and I'll just zoom in a little. Sorry, hold on. This video. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now let's say I'm tapping. I'm submitting. Okay, so the view function for dashboard did not return a valid response. The function either return none or ended without a return statement. So let's say URL for the function. Return redirect. Okay, sorry. Okay, so this view. Okay, so the view function for dashboard did not return a valid response. Okay, so let's just see. Yeah, so here I made a mistake. See, render template is there, and I forget to return. Okay, so what is error saying? Read the error. Okay, read the error. Okay, so it is saying that view function for the dashboard, which function is this dashboard route. Okay, it didn't return a valid response because I've returned only render template. Okay, so I can't just render a template by that. I will have to type return and then render template. Okay, so that was my mistake. Sorry, mistake happens and then we can debug. So yeah, you saw the error also now. Okay, so now I can resubmit the form and hello, welcome to the dashboard. But one problem is there. One problem is there. Anyone notice that what problem is here? The problem is that I can't see my name, right? I've told my dashboard that I will write the first name, right? So can anyone tell me that if you have done the Python, then Python, no, sorry, Flask part and Madhavan subject, then I guess you should know that what mistake exactly I'm doing right now. Okay, why I can't see the first name then? Why I am seeing only the welcome to the dashboard part? Anyone? At least give a wrong answer, but give an answer. Guys, at least return a response, yeah. Or I will just assume that you guys don't know anything about it, or I'm going fast.
The the dashboard is personalized for each person.
Yeah, dashboard is personalized for each person, but the issue is, so see, what we were doing upside is that I was passing the name inside it, right? So suppose this dashboard.html is here, right? So what this variable states? This variable states first name I'm taking. Okay, so I will have to give this template a variable, right? I will have to give this template the variable that it wants, right? But I'm not giving any variable saying that that first name is equal to, let's say, first name is equal to first name, right, like this, then it will take. But now what the problem is, as you can see, the first name was defined here. Okay, first name is not defined here. Okay, so now I know how to redirect the user to, another part. But how to take the data to the another part? Now I tapped on login, right? Now I tapped on login, but now user is going from login to dashboard, right? Yeah, so first name is not defined, that is the error. But user is going to, log into dashboard. So how will I pass the data here, that yeah, I will need the first name here. Okay, and what will be the name you will have to tell me, right? Because login knew that this is the first name, right? Because it got the request and then it rendered the template. But now dashboard doesn't know, dashboard route doesn't know. Okay, there is no variable called first name is defined, right? So now what will happen is dashboard will say, give me a variable, okay, and that will be your first name. So this name, whatever you want, you can keep it. Okay, so this is saying that give me a first name. Okay, in my path, when you are coming to me, when you are coming to this route, say you are saying that I'm coming to dashboard. So when I'm coming to dashboard, I will have to say that who is the user. So that's like this. Okay, any doubts? Okay, any doubts, reactions? Come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. It's been 3 days. I was not well. My health was not well. What happened to you guys? Very mushkil se you guys were good. Now I want reactions. Otherwise, I will. Yeah, good. So it is saying that give me the route. With the route, give me the name for the user. Just a second. Just a second. There's someone at my door. Just a second. Pass me the name. Okay, so this is passing the name. So whenever I am, so this will be required. Okay, this will be required, otherwise this is not defined. The whole URL is defined saying that slash dashboard and slash something will be there. Okay, otherwise it will not take anything. I will give you the example. Okay, so slash first name is there, and then I will pass here slash, then let's say slash, I will have to do this plus slash, oh, sorry, slash, and I will have to say, okay, this is not the good one. Yeah, this one plus first name. Okay, and now this first name will be taken here, but there is one more catch. Okay, so listen, two things I did. I did whatever the route I want some input in. I will do this first name in the route. Okay, I will do in the first name. I will say that first name is required. Whoever is calling, uh, he or she will pass this first name here, so that it will take here. But in order to use it downside, you will have to use it here also. So you will have to do first name like this, underscore, sorry. Okay, so here I will change, so I will say first name. Okay, so what I did, this is taking first some string. Okay, so this can name anything. Okay, so first name you can ask, then you can do string, you can call. Okay, whatever you can call. So you can call string also. So I can call string, but the first name was convenient for me, so I did that. But string is string. Okay, so what is doing, this is taking some string. Okay, this is taking, and you can pass the type also. This is variable name, then you can do some str something. So it will take only string, but I will not make it that complicated for you guys. So string. Okay, then I'm passing here, and then I will have to, so whatever the function is, it will have to take it as an argument. Take it as an argument. Okay, and then, because obvious now, because see, this is a decorator. Okay, the function is this, it will need to have something as a argument, so that it can use it in the function definition, right? So this is the decorator, this is the upper part, but this is the main one. So I'm using that. Now let's say I'll go to only dashboard. Okay, so only dashboard, will not give me anything. Oh, sorry, this is the worst part of this. Whenever you will make changes, you will have to turn, yeah, URL not found, because now my device has slash login. It has slash dashboard slash something. Okay, something should be there. Okay, I can't just pass it. Okay, so I can just pass slash d here. So hello, welcome to the dashboard d. Then I can say Darshan, right? So this is the thing. Okay, and now let's say dashboard slash login. Okay. Oh sorry. Oh sorry. Dashboard slash login. No, login. Okay. So now let's say I'm doing submit. So welcome to the dashboard Suraj. So this is the thing that I wanted to show you, how to redirect to some. Okay, so you want to go to dashboard, to admin dashboard, you want to go to playlist, to this, you want to redirect wherever you want. Okay, this is the thing how you can redirect. And the efficient thing is to make a separate route and then redirect the URL into that. Okay, so if you will render the template, then it is like not good, okay, in my suggestion. But if you can render the template also, you can do the whole thing also. Okay, and one more thing is there. Okay, so I hope I'm not making that too what do we say, too overwhelmed. But yeah, the one more concept you can say is that I can do return redirect, then I can use URL underscore for function. Okay, so I will just import it. Okay, so URL for, so suppose you want to you don't want to pass the, URL here. So this URL for like dashboard URL you don't want to pass. Okay, you will say that redirect. I will repeat myself. I didn't state it only. Whatever. Sorry. Okay, so I'm saying that I don't want to redirect, saying that this redirect to this route. I want to do that. Go to that route that is executing this function. Okay, repeat myself. I want to go to that particular route which is repeating this function. This function. Okay. Okay, so what is the route above this function slash dashboard? So I will write, I want to go to slash dashboard. I will write URL for function Darshan. Sorry, Darshan dashboard. Okay, yeah. So URL for dashboard. Both are the same thing. Okay, so URL for the is a function that we use. Okay, so that's it. So dashboard is there. So which is saying that URL for, what is the URL for the function dashboard? This one. So that will be coming here. Okay, same thing. Okay, but you can name it at URL for, not URL for. This was just an information. You can just do this. Okay, yeah. And then let's take here the first name. So code will be there, and I will push it to GitHub. Okay. So don't worry, I'll give you the GitHub link. But yeah, okay. So now these are the things that you will have to remember in order to make your application efficient. Okay, redirect, how to pass the argument, and that cases. Okay, I'll give you one example. Okay,
I mean,
so yeah,
so when you say that URL for what it, how it works, and what is the use? Can
so
you?
URL for is the same thing. Okay, so I want to redirect to the slash dashboard. Okay, so you are understanding this. I want to
Yeah.
redirect to slash dashboard. Slash dashboard
Yes.
is this URL. So
Yes.
now what I will do is, I am not giving this URL. I am giving this function. Key
Okay.
by what is the URL for this function? URL for this function,
So
and that will
I'm
be,
giving,
so
that will be
return
given in
yahi
the
hoga.
return direct on.
Yeah, in return, and this will be here, that only, this only. Slash dashboard only will be there. Okay, so just URL for of this. Okay, so I'll just tell you, URL underscore for जो function है, URL for function like this. If I will write, okay, ignore the errors. So this part will
Hmm.
return this only. Okay, why? Because it is saying that what is the function, what is the route for this function dashboard. Okay, what is the URL for this function dashboard. Okay, you tell me what is the URL for this function dashboard? This one, right?
Slash dashboard first. Yeah.
So yeah, it is the same thing. It is the same thing. Okay, it's exactly the same thing. But this is easy. You just write the direct route. But
Hmm.
this is a thing that people sometimes use. That's it. Okay.
Whether it has any extra benefit or something like that.
Yeah. No. 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 It doesn't have any extra benefit.
Okay.
Okay, so it just sometimes just you want to focus on the function, not on the routes. So you will say that whatever the this function is doing, okay, I want this URL. That's it. Okay, so let me give you an example that I want to say. So how we can use it? Okay, so I want to say I want to see chapter number 1. Okay, and then at the rate app dot route I will make. So this is just a dummy. Okay, don't worry about it. App dot route I will make slash chapter. Okay, and what this will do, this will return me chapter.html. Okay, but which chapter to show? Which chapter to show. So you will say that chapter 1 I want to show. This chapter number you will pass right here, and then it will take the chapter, and then regarding the chapter number it will do the things. So I will explain you that, don't worry about it. Let's just focus on models now. Okay, so let's see that models. Okay, models database. Okay, so what we are going to use it for, like what we're going to use for doing this, we'll use SQLAlchemy. Okay, so I explained that SQLAlchemy in a Pythonic way helps us talk to the database. Okay, database. Okay, so now we will just install Flask SQLAlchemy. Pip install. I don't know the syntax, so I will just do, here I go, and I'll keep it install Flask SQLAlchemy. And then you can follow the first link. Then you can copy this thing here, so you don't miss the syntax. And then here go here, and I'll remove it. I'll paste this. I'll enter this, and then you can see that SQLAlchemy will be installed. Okay, so Flask SQLAlchemy will use. So why we use Flask SQLAlchemy? Because it is very well integrated with the Flask app, Flask framework, and it is really easy. Okay, so sorry, I didn't act. Okay, so it is activated. Okay, sorry. Yeah. So I will install that, and then I will explain you what is ORM. Okay, so you have heard of ORM or not? So ORM is object relational mapping. Okay, so what do you call the databases that we are making? They are relational databases. Okay, so it's like columns are there, and then we'll have to manipulate that columns, and all the things are there. So what exactly we are going to do? Okay, so I will show you one example of models, and you will understand. Okay, so suppose, let's say my database has one user table. Okay, so I'm saying that user table will have one user ID. Okay, one user ID will be there, one email ID will be there, then first name will be there, last name will be there, and password will be there. Okay, then I have this active and current status. Ignore that. I have this property. Now this is my SQLite database. Okay, so this is my SQLite database. How will I talk to my database? Okay, so if I want that, I will say that, like this is asking me for premium. Don't worry. Yeah. So if I'll say I want to delete this. Okay. So there is one way. Okay, so I can just open DB browser. Okay, this is a UI. So what is DB browser? DB browser is a UI for the database. Okay, SQLite database. I can just accidentally tap on. So uh, I'll open new database. Where is my file? Bootcamp project. Okay, so I have not made this now. Just a second. Music player, manager, project, instance. Yeah. Okay, so I will do this now. As you can see, database structure. Yeah, so you have album table, playlist table. So this is just to see and manipulate my SQLite database, because database is itself a database file. So how do I exactly communicate with my database, right? I want to read with my database, I want to update the things in my database, I want to create things in my database, right? So how do I do that? Okay, so how do I do that? I will open my database, okay, and let's say browse. Then I can see, I will go to user, I can read the entries, right? If I want to delete, I can just right click on it, I can delete the record. Just a second, there is a foreign key thing is there. What happened to this constraint? Yeah, user id is there somewhere. Okay, so just a second, I want to just select something that doesn't have any. Yeah, I can delete. Nah, song also has a dependency. Just a second. Album. Okay, so I can delete, I guess, song. I can delete record. No, constraint is there. Okay, so don't worry about it. So let's say, yeah, this is the best thing I can do. No, I don't. Roles users. Yeah, I can do this. So let's say I can delete. Okay, so I can delete this entry from here. Okay, I want to add this entry, then I want to add this entry, and I will say user number 2, give it role number 1. Okay, so what are the properties are there? Don't worry, I'm just explaining you what is DB browser. So by seeing this DB browser, you can see that you can interact with the database, but I want to interact with the database through my app. I want my app to talk to the database. I will not like Python will not open DB browser, or Flash will not open DB browser to edit in the things, right? I want to see how many users are there. I want to delete a user. I want to do the things, and I want to do the things easily. Okay, so God invented, I mean not God, the developers invented SQLAlchemy for that. So SQLAlchemy, you can write Python code, and which is ORM. So let's now have a glimpse of that. Okay, so let's say here this is my project, and let's say here, so what is happening in ORM, what will happen is that first thing we will have to do is we will have to let SQLAlchemy know that this is how my database looks. Okay, so suppose I will say that in my database there is a user table. It has UID, it has email, it has first name, last name, it has password, active, fh unifier, and CRT status. Okay, so I will say my SQLAlchemy. Oh, okay, initialization we will do it. Okay, don't worry about it, but let's focus on this. I created a class called user, which represents my user table. Okay, so I've created my class called user, which represents my user table, and each entry is a column. Okay, so this UID is there. What is that? DB dot column, DB dot integer. What is the type of that? DB dot integer. If primary key is there, then primary key is true, and then auto increment is there. So auto increment is true. Okay. Then email ID is there. What is that? There's one more column. What type is that? DB dot string. What is this? Unique or not? Unique it is there. It is nullable or not? It can be null or not? No, it can't be null, then false. So for each database table, we will tell SQLAlchemy in this classes. So each table will represent a class here, and each column is this each attribute of this class. Okay, okay. So each column is one attribute of this class. So this is what we call object relational mapping. In this way, we are making the one more thing is there. Okay, so each table represents a class. Okay, till now any problem at all? Come on, reactions. Come on, come on, come on. I hope you are awake. I hope you are awake. Come on, Suraj, didn't understand.
Yeah, actually I understood. So I meant to say that I don't have any problem.
Okay, okay, okay. So yeah. So each table represents a class here, and each entry. So this class is there. So class has its objects, right? Class has its objects. So each row in the database will be an object of this class. Okay. So I will repeat the statement, but I will just set the charge. Just a second. Yeah. So each entry is an object of this class. Okay, so classes have objects. What are the objects? They are the instances of the class. Okay, so let's say one object is there of user. Okay, so one user object is there which will have properties like this. Okay, so I will tell you why I represented this like this. So this will have UID2 comma email is Darshan Ganatra whatever 2233 at the rate comma my first name comma my last name. So each object is an instance of user class here. Okay, and that represents each row inside it. So this is one object. Each row is an object. Okay, of this user class. Okay, each row in the user table is an object of the user class. Okay, so now let's code something and let's initialize our application, shall we? And then I will explain that how the object is looking, how these are the objects, and then we will discuss what how should our database should look. Okay, so let's say I'm sharing this, and yeah, so I will just do 2 3 things that I will need to do. Okay, and let's say I'm doing this part. Okay, so see, using whatever libraries that we want to use, the most important thing is you will have to, okay, so you will have to uh, write the configurations. Okay, then you will have to write initialization, then integration, and then usage. Okay, so these are the there, and if you will go to I will let me show you class SQLAlchemy docs, and I will share this. Okay, so you will have to just write whatever you want to see the documents for. You can just write this. Okay, so SQLAlchemy is there, installation is there, and then configure the extension. So you will have to, so whatever, okay, so whatever library that we will use, whatever library that we will use, it is meant to have a documentation that will help us basically to make the things. Okay, so basically it is the thing that we will use to initialize and do the configuration and learn more about the libraries. Okay, so documentations are a really useful thing. Okay, so you can explore documentations more, but for now I can just take this. Okay, so what am I doing? I'm just initializing my application. So first is the initialization. Oh no, sorry. First, let me say we will do the configurations. Okay, so configurations are app.config. Let me write. Okay, so SQLAlchemy needs two things. Okay, SQLAlchemy needs two things. As you can see here, I just wanted to show you this URI. Okay, so second thing I will explain in between when I will go through the things. Okay, so you can just focus on this URI more. So this is the URI, and what is this? This is the database link. Okay, this is the database link. Okay, so you will have to just understand that and explore the documentations if you want. Okay, so now I will just go to the VS Code again. Now let's say I want to write SQLAlchemy database URI. So I will just write this SQLAlchemy database URI is equal to, I will say that, yeah, so this is saying that what database I will refer. Okay, what database should you refer um, in order to basically what is my database basically, what is the thing that you will communicate. So you will write this SQLite, this is wrong spelling, SQLite colon slash slash, and actually one more slash, and then we will write our database's name. So remember two things. Okay, so if you are writing the name of the database as db dot SQLite 3. So this is db dot SQLite 3 is dot SQLite 3 is an extension that we will use in order to tell my application, my SQLAlchemy, that yeah, this is the SQLite 3 database. SQLite3 database, it has this db.sqlite3 name. So if you will not have this database file, it will create itself. Okay, so as you can see, you can't see any database file here, right? db.sqlite3, then it will create one, but otherwise it will refer to that. Okay, so what is the database that I'm connecting to? First you will have to write a configuration for the library. Every library has some configurations. You will see class security has also some configurations to make some variables to initialize, and then all the things are there, right? So you will have to understand one fact, that configurations is there. Okay, then comes initialization. Okay, so what I will do is I will initialize my app. So what I will say, I will say that I want to initialize my application, that is DB. What is my database? I forgot to import. So from Flask SQLAlchemy, sorry, Flask SQLAlchemy, import SQLAlchemy. Okay, and then I will initialize. So this is the initialization part. I initialize. So as I initialize my application, I initialize my DB. Okay, so this is the configuration part. So you will have to take care of the configurations. I meant what I meant by the steps. Okay, so it's like you will have to, first make sure of the configuration, then you will have to make sure of the initialization. This is the initialization. Then integration. Okay, so now I have this DB initialized, right? But my application, so it's like, see, this part, this what I call as configuration comes first. Why I do that? Because configurations are really important. This is our priority queue. Okay, it's not that a generalized way of making an application that first comes configuration, then this. It's not a concept. Okay, it's just a good coding practice to just remember the configuration first, that what are the configurations that I will do first, and then use the application, right? So I will just do this, initialize this, and now I want to connect my database to the app. Okay, I want to connect my database to the app, right? So what I will do, I will do db dot init app. Okay, and then I will pass app here. Okay, so this is what we call integration. Okay, so this is not a term that you will see any. This is my part. Uh, okay, so this is my type of thing that I have made to just remember the things. Okay, so you will have to initialize the kind of this, and then you can use it. Okay, usage. So these are the things that you will have to remember, that configuration is there, initialization is there, usage is there, and then you can use the application. Okay. So see, what am I doing right now is I'm coding in the one part. You can do separate things. We will do it in the next session. Okay. I will make the code modular. Okay, I will make the code modular after that. Okay, once I will come there, I will make the code modular. But for now I'm coding it in one go, because you will understand that how the structure is going and all, and then you can restructure your application anytime you want. Okay, so configuration, initialization, integration, and then usage. Okay, so now I will have to make the models that I showed you, right? I showed you that we can make this class and we can do this. So what do I say now? What do I say to my application is, I can say that DB is initialized now, application is initialized. Okay, and then you will have to do one thing, app context. Okay, so this is to push the context to the application. Okay, so app context dot push. This is to push the context to the application. Okay, and yeah, so now app context is pushed. Now I will start making my models. I will say class user. So how my user should be right now, db dot model. Okay, and I will use table name. Okay, so it is table name underscore underscore is equal to user table, let's say, and class name should be capitalized. Okay, so that is a convention, that database for my app. Okay, we will design more, like we will design more of the database, but I want to just explain you that how the things are gonna be. That's it. Okay, we will design more of the database, but now we will define how the user looks. Okay, and let's say that user is there. Okay, so any database will have to have a primary key. Okay, so again DBMS revision, but every database table, sorry, yeah, every database table should have a primary key. So should have a primary key because like with the primary keys only, um, the database itself will be able to query very well. Okay, so if primary key will not be there, primary key should be there. Okay, so primary key should have. Okay, so suppose there is a user. So let's say my first table is user. So I will explain right now three tables. Okay, I will make those three tables and then we will move further. Okay, so it's like you will understand the basic structure. Then I will explain my applications model, that how it looked and what are the things that I took care of. Okay, I will explain all the things and then I will give you some tips on your database. Okay, verbal tips, and then you will have to design your own database and I will give you 2 days time. Okay, so Monday and Wednesday, whole Wednesday evening we will have, sorry, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday we will have a session. Okay, till now I will keep communicating through GSpace and I will want you to design your database, integrate your database, create your database. Okay, regarding as respect to
Tomorrow
your
I will have a
application.
session.
No, tomorrow also will not have. Tuesday, Wednesday, both the days you will have. Okay.
So
So
tomorrow
as
is
these are, sorry.
tomorrow is Tuesday.
Yeah, I know tomorrow is Tuesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday we will not have session. Directly Thursday we will have it. Right. I told you, right. It's not like I can just make a schedule and make you guys follow that. Okay. I just want
Okay.
you to make the things very well, and I discussed this before, but I can change the timings. Okay, that is not a necessary, because that's why I didn't send you the calendar link, right? Because I knew that I will have to make modifications, because these are the things that you will have to properly understand, because by doing that you will complete your 50% of the application, 40%, 50%. Then only things are left is just adding and adding. Okay, you will just have to do create, read, update, delete for your ideas, your own ideas. Okay, I will do one CRUD. Okay, I will do one create, update, read, delete, and then you will have to do on your own, right? So user table is there. So what properties it should have? It should have a ID, which is a primary key, and okay, so let me find a way to define ID, which is a primary key. Primary key is there, and then it should be auto increment. Auto increment means that whenever I will add a new user in the database, it will automatically give it an ID. Then you will have a username, right? So you can have on your own properties. Okay, so I will say this is okay. So I will mention here that it is an integer type. So this is how you will do on pen and paper, but I don't have a writing pad right now. My most favorite thing is to do everything on the writing pad, but I don't have it right now, unfortunately. Um, it is on repair right now. So username, then string. So you will have to just do get a pen and paper, then understand then what are the things that I will have to do. String, it should not be null, so nullable is equal to false, like this. And then let's have only password. So let's have only three things. Okay, right now let's have only three things. Okay, password is a string. Okay, and nullable is equal to false. Okay, okay. So right now I will just code till the db dot create, so till the database will be created. Then we will do create, read, update, delete in the next session. I will explain all the parts. Okay, so yeah. So second table is, let's say, roles. Okay, so what are the roles that I want to give to the user? Okay, so it will have an ID, permanent ID. You can give whatever name. Okay, so RID, let's say RID, which is role ID. Okay, it is an integer type. then it is what should be, it should be primary key, then it should be auto increment, then what should be their role name. Okay, so role underscore name will be there, right? it will have a it will have a string type, and the label is equal to false, right? And the label is equal to false, and then role name will be there, and role code will be there. Okay, I don't want to do the role code. Let's say description. This will be string. Okay, string. Okay, so let's say I'm doing this. Okay, and one more table is there. So see, now it will become a little, you know, you will have to think about it. Okay, I know it is going from the basics, but listen, you'll have to understand one thing, that bootcamp is not only for, you know, making your project well, but it is for, you know, kind of making your basics clear, so that you can make the project, you know, on your own. Okay, it's not like that I will make a project and you will just copy. I don't want you to do that. I want you to score good on your projects. I want to make sure that you submit your project. I want to make sure that you code. Okay, I just don't want that you know, will copy. Okay, so let's say I want to give some user some role. Okay, so the problem is that now I don't have any you know, relationship with user and roles, right? So it's like, I don't, how can I know that what user has what roles, right? So I will create one user underscore roles relationship table that will have its own um, rel id called relationship id. Okay, that will be integer, primary key, auto increment. I will just copy paste this here, and then it will have two things. It will have two things. Okay, I will show you different variations of that also, but right now just focus on this. It will have a uid, which is user id, and which will be integer, and which will be a foreign key. I hope you know what the foreign key is. Foreign key is when you use some property of some different table to here in some other table. That is a foreign key. So foreign key is there, and nullable is equal to false. Okay, so it can't be null. Now I will have relationship id, right? So relationship id will be integer, then it will be foreign key, then it will be nullable is equal to false. So this much thing is there. So now what will happen? This user ID is there. So suppose user ID. So user ID is, let me give you an example. User ID is 1. Name is Darshan. Password is 12345. Okay. Then role is let's say one role is, no, role number 1 is user of the application, and which is have a basic user, which is my description. Okay. Then let's say I will have this. So what will have, it is a relationship number 1. Relationship number 1 is user 1, user 1, this is user 1. So the user 1 will have role number 1, like this. Now suppose I will say that I want to give user, there is a role number 2, which is a singer. No, not creator. Okay, creator. And I will say creator of songs, let's say. Okay, so what will have that now, I want user number 1 to be creator also. Okay, I want my user number 1 to be creator also. So I will say relationship number 2 is user number 1 will be creator number, role number 2. Role number 2 also. Okay, so this is how this will work. Okay, there is a basic user table, there is a basic role table, and then user roles relationship table is there, so that I can use relationships. Okay, and we will understand the, you know, again one thing about relationships in the future sessions, or today, I don't know. Okay, I don't know about the time that we will discuss it, but I will discuss the most important part of the relationships that you know, we will do. Relationships of tables. Okay, relationships of tables. So till now it is clear. Then I will go to this one to one and that example. Rajat, Suraj, Sandeep, Kirti, 4 people only. Come on, come on. Mitra, okay.
Just one thing.
Yeah.
In last notation, you made a notation for push the data into the table. Then how to access the data from the table? For
Yeah,
that,
I will do that. Okay, so I'm just connecting right now. Okay, and then I will read, update, delete, everything I will do. Don't worry. Okay.
all right.
So this is just how to make a, okay, how to make a table. How to read from it, it will come next. Then it will come how to write, how to update, how to delete. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So regarding this, anyone has any doubt? Okay. So I hope you guys don't have any doubt. So let's say now I have a thing called, I will say, user ID, no, role ID should be unique. Okay, so I will say role ID should be unique. Okay, so what does this mean? Okay, what does this mean? Okay, so let's say that I'm saying that creator role, so only one person can take. So let me change this to admin. Okay, admin of the songs, admin of the app. Okay, so now what is happening is that I'm saying that this is unique. Okay, so RID role ID is unique. User ID can do whatever it wants, but role ID is unique. So suppose there is a user number two. There is a user number two called Suraj. Okay, then Suraj will have 23456 password, and then Suraj will say that I also want relationship of uh, admin. Okay, so I want um, my this, sorry, this is one. Yeah. So I want myself also to be an admin. Okay, so what I will say, that user number two, sorry, this is two only. I'm sorry. Yeah. User number two, so relationship number three, that is user number two wants to have role number two, but there is a conflict. Okay, there is a conflict. What did I say? Role ID should not be unique. So let me remember, this is RID, this is RID. Okay, so I hope you guys are able to understand what I'm trying to do, because I can't manage the alignment with the presentation both. I tried it to make it as good as possible. So this is UID, that is RID. So RID can't be unique. Okay, so that means that more than one user can't take more than one role. That is, um, you know, many roles can be to one user. Okay, okay, sorry, no, it can't happen. Okay, so role ID is unique. So which means, okay, which means that role ID column should be unique. I can't repeat the role. Okay, so once I've given someone the admin role, then I can give the someone admin role. Once I've given someone the user role, then I can give someone the user role. So Suraj can't be either admin, either user. Okay, so this is the thing that I wanted to show you, and then it's like I will say that this should be unique, so this should not be repeated. Okay, so this is the part. Then there is one more thing. If I will say that user also should be unique. Okay, so user also should be unique. So now what will happen? Now what will happen? I can't give one user more than one role. So I can give Darshan user and admin both, because user ID should be unique. Okay. Okay. So this is about the things that you will have to remember about the things that will come to you. Okay, so it's like I can't do this one thing. So you will have to just design a database, imagine a database, how it will look, and then you see this unique properties. It's all dependent on the foreign keys and unique properties, that how the relationship will be. Okay, how the structure will be. Okay, anything else you have doubt in this, then please tell me. Both are unique, that's why I can't repeat the user ID also, and I can't repeat the role ID also. Okay, so I can do one thing. I can give Suraj this ID, admin ID, and I can do this. Yeah, I can do this. So each user will have its own role, and no user can have same role. Okay, it is one-to-one relationship. Okay. Okay, guys, reactions, come on. This is the thing that I was tensed about. Maybe it will be clear or not. I hope it is clear. Okay. So now let's create in the Python. Okay, so now I designed it. So this is how I designed it. Now I will go to this and I will say that there is one ID which is okay. So db.model I will have to pass here. Okay, so yeah. So what is this class user? This is a model of the database. Okay, I will say db.column. There is a column, and then I will say db.integer comma primary underscore key is equal to true comma auto increment is equal to true. Okay, and there is name which is db dot column which is db dot string which is primary. No, return to primary key. Primary key is only one, and then I told that nullable should be false. It should not be null. Okay, then it was password db dot column. Okay, db dot column. Then there is db dot string. Then nullable is equal to false. Okay, so now let's see that I will be able to create this or not. And in order to create, okay, so it's like, see, this db dot create all means that if there are some things that will have to be taken care of, like instance folder is not there, the you know user table is not created, database is not created, then it will create the database. Okay, db dot create all will do that thing. Now I'm done. Okay, so this is the amount of code that I've till now written, and then I will just run the application. Oh, sorry, I did the pip install. Okay, no, yeah, python.py. I hope it will not cause any errors because I did nothing. Okay, so see, as you can see, app ran. There is an instance folder. There is a database you can see, and my database has ID, name, and password. It created a database file. It created a user. There, as you can see, ID is there, name is there, password is there. There is a key. Okay, and how do you see this database? Okay, so how do you see the database? Remember to install SQLite viewer extension. Okay, so SQLite viewer. SQLite editor is what do we say, premium, but SQLite viewer is there, so you can view at least your database. Okay, there is nothing inside it right now, but you can add it. Okay, so and DB browser is also one of the things that you will have. Okay, so each so what I was saying is that oh, just a second, I have yeah. So what did I say is that each row in this table and each row in this table is an object of the user class. Okay, guys. So now I hope you know are aware about how the an app is connected to the database. Okay, we will read the database. So let me open the database. So you can use DB browser also. You can use SQLite viewer also. So I can go to my database, Bootcamp project, instance folder, and DB. Okay, so I'll say discard. Then you can see my user table. I hope you can see. Okay, okay. So these are the things that we'll have to take care of. Then I want to add the entry. So I can add from the Python also, but let's say I'll add the entry here. I'll say Darshan. I'll say password 1 2 3 4 5 6. I'll enter. I'll do the right changes. Then I'll close it. I'll come here. I'll refresh this part. Then I can see my ID, name, and password. Okay. So now I have this user table. Now I will create a role table. So that is class role db dot model. Then I will have this table name part. So I'll just be quick. Role table. Then ID will be there. That will be a unique key. So let me make it easy for you. Role ID is equal to db dot column db dot integer. Same thing. Then I will say name role underscore name, and then I will say that's it. Okay, so for now that's it. And then let's say class role users, that is db dot model. Okay, so role users is a relationship model. Okay, that will contain whatever I discussed. Okay, role underscore users. Then that will be relationship rel ID, which is integer again, db dot integer primary key true. Okay, then role underscore name, sorry, RID, which is a foreign key. So db dot column, I will say db dot uh, foreign key. I hope the syntax is clear. Just a second. So sorry, just a second. Foreign key, foreign key, foreign key, foreign key. Yeah, foreign key. That is db dot integer, comma, and db dot foreign key. Foreign key of what table you will have to mention. Okay, so this is RID. So what is exactly that? This is role table. From role table, it is role underscore ID. Okay, I hope this is clear. Foreign key from what table? Role table and role underscore ID. Okay, then I will say nullable is equal to false for now. And the same thing I will use for user ID, which is UID, and that I will say db dot column db dot foreign key. And here what I will write? I will write user table dot ID. Okay, okay. And now I will run the application. Okay, so I will run the application. Now as you can see, it is created, but my database doesn't have any changes. Okay, so I will remind you of one thing that we are going to do in the next session. So next session will be an advanced version of the things that we will do today. Okay, so in the next session I will do relationships. In the next session I'm going to do the this one more thing that I'm going to explain right now. Okay, so what is that? That is db.createAll is only to create the instance folder if it doesn't have. Okay, but if it already exists, then how to update these things? Okay, so this is only for creating the instance folder and database, but if it already exists, then have to do I will have to do Flask migration. Okay, so Flask migration is a thing that will be able to update this database. Okay, update this database by writing 3 lines of code. So we will do that. For now, I will just delete the database. Okay. Okay, so this is the resources busy because app is running. Just a second. Just a second. I will just close it. I will just close it from here also because it is here also open. Then I will run them. Okay. Okay, and then I will just close it again. Sorry, and I will delete the database. And now if I will run the application again, it will create the database again with the same properties. Okay, so it is created. Now as you can see, there is a role ID, role name, role relationship. There is a, so it is a foreign key, that's why there is a key here. As you can see, then there is a primary key, there is normal keys. Okay, and then there is a user. Till now, any problem is there? I saw people leaving. Any problem is there?
Uh,
Yeah.
what's the purpose of this last notation db.create all that you made on?
db.createAll is to create the database. Okay, so if it doesn't exist, then it will create it. Okay, so as you can see, I will just do it again. Okay, so I will just terminate this. I will go to my instance folder. I will delete it. So if the database doesn't exist, someone will have to create a file, right? So this is for creating the file. Okay, so I will just run the application. This function will run. This db.createAll will run. It will create the instance folder. It will create the database.
Okay.
Okay, but if it already exists, then there is a problem. Okay, so then it can't update the things. So you saw right that when I did this, when I opened the database, it didn't have this. So in order to midway update the database, you will have to use Flask migration. We will understand that, but I don't want to make it really overwhelmed. So
Okay.
I will just keep on that if you delete your database, then it will create again with the properties that you want. Okay, so now this is the thing. Okay, till now any problem, guys? Do you have? Am I really that boring? Am I really that bad at teaching? What is happening? Come on. Okay, so let's now continue. So as you can see here, I have three things. Okay, so user, role, and role users. So how to create a database, we know. This simple thing we know. Now let's discuss how my database will look. I will give you tips also. I'll give you my example of music player. Okay, so I'll give you my example of music player, but how? You will have to think about your database. Okay, so let's say fourth point is that I want to store songs. Okay, so what I will do, I will do this for songs. Okay, so what are the exactly, so there will be one primary key that will be SID, that will be primary key. So I'm being short now. Okay, so you just understand the part. Then song name. Okay, song name. Okay, that will be string. Properties you decide. Okay, that can be null, foreign, and whatever. Song name. Then there can be creator name. Okay, and that will be string. Okay, if there is a user that who have sang, okay, so then will be something, but then C name, creator name, and then rating. Okay, so let's say there is a song. Song number one is Kalasi. Kalasi, creator name is Aditya Gadvi. Adi Gadvi. Then rating is 5. Let's say. Okay. Then there is Coca-Cola. Okay. Don't judge me. Okay. Don't judge me. Please. Please. Then Tony Kakkar. Rating is 0. Okay. Negative one, I guess. Yeah. So these are the two songs. Okay. And there is one more song. Okay. Let's say that song is uh, Espresso, and whatever the singer is, I forgot the name. Now you talked. Now you talked. Now you talked. Yeah. So let's not be. You guys will not speak on this. But yeah, if I will tell you to speak the content creator's name, then you will come and, yeah. So rating is 5. You will come and beat me if I will not give 5. So now let's say I want to make a playlist. So playlist is 1. Playlist number 1. Okay, so let's make this PID. Then make this playlist name, p name. Okay, So my p name is there, pid is 1, p name is my favorites. Okay, my playlist name is there. But how do I store my songs? So I want to have a relationship between playlist and songs, right? I want to have a relationship between playlist and songs, right? So what do I do? Create a separate table, right? Because that will be the best thing. So I will say song playlist songs, playlist underscore songs. That will be my second table, which will have a relationship ID. So whatever you can name it. Okay, so I will name it really weird. Playlist underscore song underscore relationship underscore ID. Okay, so this is my primary key. Okay, and then let's say I will have to two foreign keys, right? What are the foreign keys? PID, which is a foreign key, which is a foreign key. Okay, and from which table? Playlist table, right? And then there is a song ID, right? Song ID. Song ID is sorry. Uh, Song ID is foreign key, and then there is songs table, right? Songs table. Okay. So this is playlist.pid. Playlist.pid, and this is songs.sid. I'm gonna write it again and again, but yeah, still. So now tell me. So one playlist can have more than one song. Okay. So what is that relationship? One too many, right? That is a one too many relationship. One playlist can have more than one songs. Okay, but each song should represent only one playlist. Okay, but yeah, it's like, see, it's my thing that if you're putting the song into your favorites, then you will not put into, you can make another playlist and then add the song there. Okay, so yeah, more than one song can go to, one song can go to two playlists, and one playlist, okay, can have more than one songs. Okay, so it is many to many relationship, many to many relationships. Okay, so that is let's say song number one. Okay, so that is playlist this id. Okay, so this primary key, it is one, comma, playlist id is one, my favorites. I will add this song alasi to my favorites. This is one. Okay, now I'm adding espresso in my so this is relationship id number two, comma, song number, sorry, playlist number one, and I want to add into my favorites which song number three. Okay, and then I can create favorites called one more thing called what, my favorites, and then one more thing called this worst songs, right? And then I can call this relationship number three, comma, playlist number two, comma two. Okay, then if you feel that espresso is a worst song, then you can add this in the favorites also and in the worst also. You can be a hypocrite. Okay, so playlist number two will have song number, so this will be four, sorry, and it will have song number three. Okay, so this is a relationship. So this is how I create playlist. Okay, so these are the tables that I have now created. Okay, why this is not okay, whatever. Okay, so I hope you can see I created one, two, three tables, then songs, then playlist, then playlist songs relationship. Okay, so in your case, let's think about it. Okay, so we thought here. Okay, so there will be albums table, and there will be albums relationship, that songs which are like, so album number one, song number two, then will be album number one, song number three, right? So there will be that. Okay, so let's for the sake of completeness, let's have, no, there's no need. I showed you the playlisting, right? Then you will be able to understand how the albums work. Okay, So you'll be able to understand how the albums work, right? So I don't think so that it is needed now. So this is how we create the tables. Okay, so this is how we create, means this is how we think of the tables. Okay, and then it is kind of, up to you how. Okay, leave it. I will keep it as it is. So this is how you think about tables, that this is how the table can be. I created 6 tables. You can create more tables. Your table will also have user. Your table will also have roles. Your database will also have this part. Okay, so your table will also have this admin role, right? You've seen the graded document, right? You could see that you have that part, right? So you can just create the database. You can just think about the database, and for your application, let's say you have a quiz master, right? So you will have chapters. So we discussed that. Okay, so what was that? There were chapters inside that, topics inside that, quizzes inside that, you had questions, right? So you will have to store this. So you guys think, okay, so maybe we can have a chapters table, maybe we can have topics table. Okay, then you think about that, how do I connect this? How do I know that which topic is of which chapter? Then I will do a quizzes table. How do I know that which quiz is for which topic and which chapter, right? Maybe you can think about having, some combination of foreign keys. Okay, this is for your hands. Okay, just focus on this. Okay, so you can have questions. So how do you know that which question is which? Which is like, what is the relation between the questions and quizzes? Which quiz the question belongs to? Which topic the question belongs to? Which chapter the question belongs to? Right, right. Then you have solutions, then you have statistics. Okay, so user table is there, and you will have to make combinations of these, so that all the things are connected. Okay, so it doesn't make sense to, chapters to have a different thing, and then topics to have different things. You will have topics inside chapters. You will have quizzes inside topics, and topics is inside chapters, right? Right. I hope there's not the, that कॉमेडी सीन अबाउट एक तेरी माँ मर गई और तेरी बहन की शादी है, फिर वो मिक्स हो जाता है, राइट? That get mixed. So it's not about that, don't worry about it. Okay, so there's not a khatta meetha scene. You will not get confused that much. Okay, so you will have to make combinations, you will have to make tables. बन जाएगा tables? Can you make tables, guys? You can think about yourself. You can. 2 reactions only I got. 3. Come on, Mitra. Okay, okay. The guys who will watch the recordings also, I want the tables. Okay, who didn't reply to me? Mitra replied. Srinidhi didn't reply. Kirti,
Yes, sir.
yeah, I'll get the tables, right. You can create the tables. Yeah,
Yes.
okay. Who left? Srinidhi. Yeah, I will share the recording. Don't worry. Srinidhi, hello. Are you
Yes,
hearing? Are
sir.
you are you awake?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you hungry?
No side.
Okay, I'm hungry. Okay, so yeah, so what I was saying, yeah, please make try to make the tables. Okay, if you didn't hear me. Okay, Srinidhi, hello. Sorry, I will irritate until I get my answer. I got all the reactions. I have high hopes to you guys, right? At least, like, all of the people are there. They have some commitments. They couldn't join. You guys are there. You are the hopes. Okay, you are the reason that I'm staying here for 1.5 hours, 2 hours, right? So yeah, just keep me awake. Okay, भूख मुझे भी लगी है. I'll have to order. It will come in half an hour, right? So, chalo. I hope that you will refer to the documentation. So if you see that Flask documentation is there, Flask docs. Okay, so Flask docs is there, and then you can see that Flask docs you can see, and you can take reference to the code. Okay, but this is what exactly your table should look, and I want pen and paper by Wednesday. Okay, by day after tomorrow, I want your pen and paper design or your Python design. Okay, so whatever you have, I don't care. You will have to design your database. Tell me how you will manage these chapters, how many manage, and you will have to refer to the grading document also, right? What are the requirements, what are the core requirements, and how I will, kind of keep the database, how will I store the user, how will I store the, you will have to check the email ID password, right? How to fetch, I will tell you, but I will really want that you will create the database properly. Okay, okay guys. Okay, so I will share this code on GitHub, max to max by tomorrow morning. Okay, so it is not that much. Okay, so not this one, this one. So it is not
I
that
have a
much. It
question.
is just, yeah, sure.
So, uh, whether we will have also have to connect to the GitHub?
I'm so sorry. Your voice is. Yeah, that tracking. No.
Yeah, tracking.
Yeah, I will tell you about it in the next session. Okay, I will about it in the next session. For sure. Okay. 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 So I hope guys see, if you start from here, no, I have written only these things. That's it. Okay. So I hope that you will be able to create the database and you will be able to connect the database and create the database. How to do the operations, I will tell you in the next session. Okay. Okay. It's just that I want to give you small tasks so that you could do it. Okay. And design your database. I'm giving you 2 whole days. Okay. If your database is not ready, then I will yeah, unless or until there are some commitments, I will really hope that the database is at least ready. It will not take more than 30 minutes. It is a worst case scenario, it is 30 minutes. Otherwise, it will only complete it, like it will be only completed in, like, just 10 to 15 minutes max. Okay. You will have to just think about what are the foreign keys I will have to use, what are the relationship, one to many, many to one. You just design that, what are the things that I want to keep unique. I will share you my this GitHub part, and what are the things that I will have to keep it unique. What are the things that I will have to keep for the, make sure that, there are no errors. Okay, there should be some things, right? A user should have a role. Okay, user will have to have a role, right? User's name should not be empty, right? These are the basic things. User's password should not be empty, right? So these are the things that you will have to be careful of. Now from the next time we will complete the login, user login. Okay, user login, user sign up I will complete, so that you will be able to read and create. Okay, then I will update and delete for the user's information. I will play with user only in the next session. Okay, maybe I will add some more 2 3 things in the database, but in order to give you idea, I will play with user and understand. You will understand yourself. Okay, and then I will give you some suggestions as I did it today. Okay, so you have this nested part. You'll have to understand this nested part. Okay, everything has to be related with each other, right? You should know that how to relate it with each other, how to give the foreign keys, how to maintain the relationship, right? Okay. Okay, so it did go, like it did complete in short time as compared to I. Is there anything that I told you guys that I will discuss today and I didn't discuss? There isn't anything, right? I told you that we will do CRUD in the next session, right? So yeah, till now you will only have to create the database. Okay, wireframe, wireframe, wireframe we discussed right on the first session. Do you have any doubts in that? But yeah, it's like wireframe I'm not seeing, because yeah, you will have to have these things. Okay, so you will have to just think about database. Okay, then you will think about how the UI is looking, and then you will think about more things. Okay. Okay, so yeah guys, I hope the session was good. Okay, how was the session? Give me some reactions. Good. I hope that was not boring and you didn't sleep. Okay, yeah, so I will share the recording, and I will expect by Wednesday you will design your database and you will code till here. Okay, I will expect all the viewers also, all the viewers, whoever is watching, please create the application till here. Okay, and code it for your purpose. Okay, so give login .cs, give landing some css that you want, give login page some css, start, think about how the dashboard will look. I'm giving you the time just because you can think about the app and you can do more things and you can get more ideas, right? If I will take the session in day after tomorrow, your models are not ready, you have not coded, then there is there is nothing that I can do. Okay, so next session will be 28 29. On 30th there will be a next session. Okay, Then expected date is 2nd of February or 3rd of February for the next session, and by then I will complete my 80-90% of the task of explaining everything. There'll be some small things will be left that will be done before 10, and at last I will do a session on 9th or 10th, whatever is feasible. That will be the last session that I will take. Other than that, the GSpace will be there. Okay. Yeah, so I'm talking about you know uh, like really long term. Okay, I should just focus on the next session. So next session, your guys, the target for you guys is complete the coding till here for your application. Don't copy me. Okay, for your application. Understand? You will have to code it on yourself. I never said that you will have to code with me, same as me. You will have to code for your application. You will have to code for your application. Okay, you will have to think that how your login will look, you will have to think that how your dashboard will look. Okay, start making the dashboard, start saying that you will have to. So see, you can do one thing to show, like if we will do sorry, we will do it in the next session. Okay. Okay, okay then guys, thank you so much for joining. Okay,